4 years. That is the average time longer it takes women to get a diagnosis compared to men. This isn't a fluke. It's a massive systemic issue found across 7 million patients. Doctors are burnt out and patients feel completely unheard. But how do we start to fix this? Meet Lucia, language understanding for clinical insight and analysis. It's an AI tool that's been designed from the ground up to empower women. Think of Lucia as a bridge, not a wedge. It is designed to transform a patient's story, often heard as a list of complaints, into structured, objective evidence that is impossible to ignore. So how does it actually work? Lucia uses a team of specialized AI agents, and each one has a very specific job to do to tackle this incredibly complex problem. They remember the whole conversation and use verified knowledge, not just what the model was trained on, to build a complete picture. And this workflow here shows that whole journey. First, an agent maps the symptoms. Second, another agent audits for bias. Third, a different agent generates questions to help the patient advocate for themselves. And finally, the last agent puts it all together in a professional report for the doctor. All right, let's see this thing in action. A woman told Lucia about debilitating fatigue and swollen joints. Her doctor dismissed it as perimenopause and anxiety, telling her to meditate. And right here, this is the magic of Lucia. It just cuts through all the noise and interference and lays out the facts, plain and simple, what the patient actually said versus what was heard. Lucia's bias analyzer also flagged 2 really common cognitive traps here: ageism, dismissing symptoms as getting older, and gender bias, attributing pain to anxiety for being a woman. It then generated clear, specific questions to guide her next appointment toward a productive outcome. This is just one example of how Lucia can make a difference. So let's talk about how it was built. Lucia combines the Google Agent Development Kit, ADK, and Gemini 2.5 Flash. We built a multi-agent system designed for speed. Our symptom mapper and bias analyzer are parallel agents. They analyze the story simultaneously to cut latency. Once done, a sequential agent steps in like a conductor to compile the final report. We also built a custom Python tool to ground the bias analysis in validated clinical context, and utilized in-memory state management to ensure the agents pass vital data without ever losing the patient's original narrative. The future here is about revolutionizing women's healthcare by finally collecting the right data for researchers and giving doctors a better view. That 4-year delay is a stark reminder of what happens when we don't listen. But with Lucia, we have a real shot at a future where every single voice is finally heard. Let's make sure no woman has to wait 4 years just to be believed.